guys, it's Sarah and I'm here with my July TBR. So I will start out by telling you all the books that I plan / really have to cross my fingers to hope I can get through all of them this month, TBR books. And then at the end I'm going to just kind of give you a couple updates on a couple of things going on. So let's get into this. The first book that I plan on finishing in the month of July is A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I have to take this back to the library next week, so I really need to finish it. I'm on page 245 right now, so I am making definite headway with it. This is not one that I sit and just can't put down quite yet. I'm hoping to get to that point, but I'm over 200 pages in and I still haven't hit that yet. So I'm kind of really hoping it's going to happen soon because I have a lot of book to read. Like I have 400 pages to read still. So yeah, but this is going to be number one. So the next set of books I'm going to show you are all review books. I really got to a point where I realized I have almost all the review books that I have that publishers have sent to me and I have agreed to read and do review videos for are being published in the month of June or like the first week of August. So I need to get on these. None of these publishers specified when they would want me to make the videos, so I don't have like a deadline. But me personally, I just like to try to have it as close to the deadline or have it as close to the publication date as possible because that's when all the buzz is going to be happening about them and that's when they're going to be wanting to sell as many books as they can. So personal preference, I just want to make sure that I get this done for them. So I have 5 review books currently that are coming out in July, 1 in August, and then I have 2 more that should be coming in the mail to me that are both July as well. I just haven't gotten them yet, so I don't want to show them or talk about them yet until I actually receive them. But yeah, so. So the first one was actually published May 31st, so I'm really behind on this one, but that is She Poured Out Her Heart by Jean Thompson. This was actually a National Book Award finalist, so I didn't know that. But this is an adult contemporary, from what I'm understanding, about 2 friends who were really good friends when they were teenagers. Then they kind of moved apart and drifted apart a little bit, and then they end up coming back together. One of them has their life together, the other one does not, and they're kind of playing off of each other that way and trying to be friends as adults, and then something big happens that really jeopardizes everything. So I really want to read this. I don't know why I haven't yet. I really should have read it like a month ago. But yeah, so this is going to be the first of my review books, most definitely. Right after that, I plan to pick up Monsters, A Love Story by Liz Kay. This came out on June 7th, so I need to get on this one as well. This one is about a writer who, I believe she loses a family member, and she uses her grief to write a book that is kind of a take on Frankenstein. And then a famous actor ends up reading her book and really feels like he connects with it and feels like this writer understands how he's feeling and where he's coming from. And so he seeks her out, and I believe they build a relationship from there. So I definitely want to read this one. This one is not too long, but yeah, it came out June 7th, so I gotta read this one. But it sounds really intriguing. This next book was sent to me from Putnam, and this is called Champion of the World, and this is by Chad Dundas, I think so. This book is actually being marketed as a historical sports fiction. So it's set way back when, and it's about sports. I think wrestling might be one of the big ones, and there's kind of a circus down here, so maybe it's something to do with that. I believe one of the main characters is African American, and it's way back when, so it's gonna probably have some racial issues in here, but I'm really interested to read it. And when they contacted me about it, I was like, yeah, I've never read anything that was like historical sports fiction. Like those are not 3 words I've ever put together before. So this one comes out July 12th. This next one also comes out July 12th, and that is The Light of Paris by Eleanor Brown. This is a historical fiction about a woman who is having some hard times, so she kind of tries to escape it and travels to Paris where her grandmother lived and starts going through her stuff. I believe her grandmother has passed on, from what I'm understanding, and she finds old journals that her grandmother kept as she was a young woman in Paris, and so she kind of starts learning a lot of things about her grandmother and her family in turn because of that. This one is not very long as well. This one comes out July 12th, and I'm really excited to read this. I really want to start getting more into historical fiction because it's a genre I don't normally tend to gravitate towards, but when I do, I enjoy what I read, so I don't know why I hesitate so much, but Yeah, so I'm really excited for this one. This next book comes out on August 2nd, and it is called The Land of Enchantment. This is by Lee Stein. This is a very short book. This book is actually set in my home state of New Mexico. I say home state, we currently live here. We're military, so our home state is Florida, but currently we live in New Mexico. So it's really cool, I think, to read something that was set here. This is a nonfiction book about Lee's abusive relationship that she had with a man. And so I'm excited to read this and see what it's about. I really like the cover. And Land of Enchantment is what New Mexico, like that's the state slogan, I guess, or what the nickname of the state, I guess is what you call it. So yeah, I'm excited. And this one should be really easy to get through because it's short, and yeah. And then I should have 2 more coming that are both July releases, so we'll see how that goes. And because I hate myself, I'm going to talk about 4 more books. So this one I did not get to in the month of June, but I really need to read it, and it is called The Ministry of Motherhood by Sally Clarkson. This is a nonfiction faith-based book about guiding your children through their journey with Christ, and very important to us right now, and I really want to read it while it's important to us still. My 8-year-old daughter is really starting to grow her relationship with God, and I think it's very refreshing and important, and I want to nurture that instead of ignore it, you know, and have it fade away. So I want to grab onto it while I can. So I was not able to get to this in June, so I really want to get to it in July. And again, this is another short one. So yeah. And another book I would like to try to get to because I'm borrowing it from a friend, and that is The Air by Kira Cass. This is book number 4 in the Selection series. This is the kind of a spin-off duology. This is the first one. I am borrowing this from a friend, like I said, so I really want to try to read this and get it to her quickly so that I'm not like hogging her books. But it's, again, a short one. This is going to take me no time at all if it's going to read the same as the original trilogy did. I flew through those like so quickly. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get to this one too. This one is one that's been out for a while, and I got it from the site Blogging for Books, and it is a site where you can get review books, and they're physical copies, but you can only have one at a time until you do a review on it. So they will send you one, and you cannot request another one until you have done a review for the one that you currently have. So I can't get any more books from that site until I do this one, and I've had it for a while, so I really need to read this. But this is The Library at Mount Char by Scott Hawkins. I've heard this is weird, but good. I haven't really heard too many bad things about it. Just a little weird, so I'm going to go in prepared for that. So yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it. This, again, is not a super long one, but I just need to read it because then I can get more review books from that site. But okay, so that is my tentative TBR. That's a lot of books. That's 9 sitting here, and then I have 2 more on the way, so that's going to be 11. I have 3 on the way. There's 1 more that I have on the way, actually, so that's going to be 12. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm probably just going to have to read these in the order that they are published, so that's going to have to just kind of be my strategy right now. When I'm accepting books, I don't always think about how many I already have that are going to be released around the same time. So that's something I need to start really paying attention to, because then I find myself like this, where I was reading other stuff and not my review books, and now I'm like bogged down. So, okay, lesson learned, Sarah. All right, so I want to go ahead and update you on a couple things. The first one is that, the Hobble-Along Read-Along. So I made a video about this. This is something that was started by Samantha over at Sam's Nonsense. She is hosting a read-along for all of Robin Hobb's books that are set in this world that she has created. There are multiple trilogies, and then one of them is like 4 books instead of a trilogy. So I started, and I got 126 pages in, and I haven't picked it up since the end of May. I don't know what my problem is. This book is very dense, and I think I'm starting to get a little bit intimidated because this is the shortest book that I have so far. I have the first 3 trilogies, and this is by far the shortest one. And I don't know, like I'm enjoying it. I'm getting it. I'm understanding it. It's not like hard to follow or anything. The writing is stunning. Like seriously, she can describe stuff like I feel like I'm there and I feel like I'm experiencing it. Oh, but man, it's dense. There's a lot to take in. There's a lot to comprehend. There's a lot to put together. So, I don't know. I don't know why I haven't picked this back up, to be honest with you. So I'm very far behind. They actually are about to start the second trilogy, and this is the first book in the first trilogy, and I'm not even like halfway through it. So I don't know. Samantha did recently mention, she's like, if you're part of the group and you're behind, don't worry about it. Just don't click on the links, don't click on the discussions that are talking about books that you haven't read yet. Then you won't be spoiled. There's different discussions for each book. So, and actually within the discussions, there's different chapters you can discuss. So I can talk about up to chapter whatever I'm in here without getting spoiled, as long as I just don't click on those discussions. So I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can play catch up or not unless I get completely like obsessed with it and I can't put anything down. But I have so much other stuff I want to read too. So I don't know if that's going to happen. But it's okay. It's okay. When I heard her say that, I was like, you know what? It's fine. They're not doing live videos about it. They're not doing live discussions. It's all on Goodreads. So I can just kind of pop in and out whenever I can and whenever I want to. So I'm going to try not to put too much pressure on myself about it. But that's my progress with that. Yeah. The next thing I want to talk about is Booktubeathon, and that is happening this month. It's going to be from July 18th through the 24th. This is a really big BookTube-wide readathon that is hosted by Ariel over at Ariel the Set. I'll include a link down below to the Booktubeathon channel so you can see what it's all about there. Ariel has some great videos kind of explaining what it is. So that's going to be coming up. I'm still not going to change my TBR though. I'm not going to add anything to go for the challenges. I'm just going to be like whatever is next, and I'm just going to take that week and really kind of not be very social and try not to commit myself to anything so I can just read that entire week and I can just knock out a whole bunch. It would be really nice to knock out a lot of my smaller books that I have planned. That would be amazing. So that's coming up and I'm definitely participating and I'm really excited about it. And one more little update, I just watched my summer reading goals video again that I posted at the end of May, I believe. And oh man, I haven't read anything. Okay, I've read 126 pages of this. But there was a lot of books on that. And I did start Harry Potter, so I guess there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the summer is almost halfway over right now, and I really haven't. It is halfway over because my kids go back August 15th to school, and that's kind of when I'm considering summer to be over because they're back in school. So yeah, it's halfway over now. We only have a month and a half left, and I am not going to meet those goals. Like, there's no way, unless something happens and all I do is just speed read through everything and I'm able to get to those. But I don't know. So my summer reading wrap up is probably going to be pitiful. I still want to grab those things though. Like, I don't know. I look at them every day. They're on my shelves and I'm like, I want to read you. But I have so many review books and I need to read my review books because I don't want to let those publishers down and I want to keep receiving review books, so I got to keep up those commitments and I want to read those too. So I look at these books and I'm like, I want to read you. So there's too much I want to read. Authors need to stop it. Okay guys, that's it for me today. I'm gonna go read because I'm apparently not gonna be doing anything else this month. Please leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys plan on reading this month. Let me know if you've read any of these. I know a lot of them haven't been released yet, but a few of them have, so if you've read any of them, let me know. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.